Hey y'all, welcome to the replay. Hey everyone, happy 4th of July. We are going to have some fun this morning. Hope you guys are having some plans ready to go for today with your family. Let me get this turned down here. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for an echo. Anyway, hope you guys got some plans together with your family, and I want to say thank you to those who have family members that serve or have served in the past, to give us the luxury of having a day like today, having the freedom to be able to spend time with family, and also thank you to those that made the ultimate sacrifice and lost a loved one. That was serving for our freedom, and you guys make the ultimate sacrifice so that we can have a day like today. So, for all of y'all that are just catching me live for the first time, and I'm working with some Couture products today, and for you that don't know what Couture is, let me put something up here that we'll tell a little bit about what Couture is while I get ready. I'm seeing that it's a little blurry. Oh, there we go. There it refocused. So sorry about that. So what Couture is we sell silkscreen adhesive backed reusable transfers, chalk paste that goes on wet, dries hard, and comes off with water. We also sell Couture ink, which can be used with the transfers, but it also is used for things that you want to have more permanent. You like your pillowcases, your shirts. You can make coffee mugs with it. There's a lot of different things that you can use the ink for. Our transfers, paste, and ink can be used on many different surfaces, which makes it super fun for you to design, love, and repeat. So now that we've gotten that taken care of, I have got a white canvas here. I am not sure what size it is. Let me look. It is an 11 by 14 canvas, and we're going to play with the vintage truck. And actually, you know what? Let me zoom back out here so that you guys can see all of it. There we go. Okay. Sorry, we're kind of moving around a little bit. But we're going to play with the vintage truck and some of the vintage truck add-ons from the summer collection, which is the Happy 4th of July and the fireworks. And the colors we're going to use today are Candy Apple, Morning Sky, Storm, Forget Me Not, and then I made a color using Forget Me Not and a little bit of the black velvet to make another shade of blue. So let's see how we can get this thing going. I'm also using my Fuzz cloth, which these are back in stock now on the website. And I pulled out my multi-tools. I don't know if I'll use them or not. And then I've got some squeegees. So let's get this started. I'm going to lay my Fuzz cloth down here and my canvas. And I'm going to go ahead, peel off the transfer from the backer. And if it's a new transfer that you haven't used, you want to go ahead and make sure that you mark the back. I always put what it actually is because these are reusable, once I get them cleaned up, I will go ahead and put them back on the carrier sheet. So you want to make sure you know which side is the side that it goes on. So I'll set that off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead, and as you can see, my vintage truck is well loved. I have used this transfer so many times. I've used it on shirts. I've used it on chalkboards. This is probably my favorite of all the transfers, and I love that they keep coming out with new add-ons. They've got an add-on for spring, which has like flowers and 4-leaf clovers. Actually, hold on a second. I got my new catalog. So let me show you what the vintage truck has with it. Let me find all the pieces. Okay, so you can buy the vintage truck by itself for $14.99. Then there is the spring add-on, which has the flowers and Easter eggs and the bunny and the clovers and hearts and flowers. So that is the spring. Then here is the summer with the 4th of July and gone fishing and fireworks and fishing poles and surfing. So that's the summer. Then over here is the fall add-on, which is hay rides and pumpkins and corn stalks and all kinds of stuff. So I can't wait to play with that one for this fall. Then there is the winter, which has, you know, the buffalo plaid and the tree farm and snowboards and Christmas trees. So for the vintage truck, it has a lot. And you can see in some of the pictures here that they did, you know, the gone fishing with the truck and the fresh grown with the flowers with the vintage truck. So I love my vintage truck, in case you haven't noticed. But anyway, so we're going to get started with this. We're going to use the Forget Me Not on the truck. I asked my husband and my dad, my dad is 80 years old now, what an old Ford truck would look like. And this was the color that they said would come close to what an old Ford truck would look like. If you're Chevy people, I totally get it. My dad is a total Chevy man, but Ford trucks to me say America, just because they've been around so long. So I went ahead and opened it up, and because I used this to make my other color blue, it's already stirred up. But what you want to do is you want to, when you open them, you want to stir them to get them to a yogurt-like consistency. And so I'm going to go ahead and just dip my squeegee in here. I'm going to get quite a bit, and I'm going to just put some on a bunch of different places. And yes, I'm using a lot, but I can squeegee it all back off. Whatever I don't use can be squeegeed right back into the container. And yes, I am going to do the tires blue. Alright, so now I'm just squeegeeing this paste over the silk screen, making sure not to go off the edge. If I was using a chalkboard, it would wipe off real easy, but because I'm using a canvas, I did not wax it, because you don't have to wax canvases, I'm going to be very, very careful to not do what I just did. I went off just a little bit, but we can handle that. But I'm just going to squeegee this all over the silk screen. I'm going to try to get this little touch right there. There we go. And right there you can see I kind of went over just a little bit. Actually, I don't think you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all squeegeed up. I'm going to take the excess that I'm scraping back off. See all that? I can put that all back in the container and use that for another project. Alright, I think we got this all squeegeed off. So then I'm going to go ahead and grab a corner here and work my way down. And I'm going to peel that up to reveal. Oh, I love how that looks. Then I'm going to get my vintage truck into a pan of water over here. Just so it can start soaking off and getting cleaned up. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to dry this with my heat tool, so it's going to get a little loud. I'm going to dry this a little bit because I'm going to be working around it and I don't want to smudge it or anything like that. All right. And actually this project today is a little bit of a sneak peek. I think I'm going to do a vintage truck series and use the vintage truck and all the different pieces with it. So if that's something that you would like to see, give me a thumbs up. Even if you're watching the replay, give me a thumbs up because I'll see those. And that way I can see if that's something that you guys would like to see. Because there's just a lot that you can do with this vintage truck. All right, and as you can see, it went on like a paint, but it's completely dry and it is not going anywhere. So now I'm going to pull in the fireworks, and because I have not used these, I'm going to go ahead and fuzz them on my fuzzy mat, my fuzz cloth here, and I'm going to peel this up. I didn't have to do my vintage truck because my vintage truck was so well loved and well used that it's starting to lose some of its stick. Couture gives about 8 to 12 uses per transfer is what they stand behind. But if you take really good care of your transfers, you can get more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these guys up here in this corner. And I'm going to push them down. And you just have to make sure that the white screened parts are pushed down. Like I have some over the truck. I'm not going to go ahead and push that down because it's really no need to. Then I'm going to pull out, actually, let me get this, the forget-me-not all closed up here, just so it doesn't dry out. And I'm going to pull out my candy apple and my storm and my morning sky. And I'm going to just give these guys a little stir as I start to use them. And I'm going to do the blue here. And I'm going to squeegee that all back into the jar. And they're going to overlap because they're fireworks and fireworks overlap. So I'm not real concerned about that. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the gray. And I'm going to stir that up a little bit. And I'm going to pull that over this transfer here. And if you find that your chalk paste are a little bit too thick, you can add just a little bit of water to them, and that works really well. Okay. Go ahead and squeegee that back into the container. Alright. And then I'm going to grab my red real quick. And I'm going to get that squeegeed on. And I'm working kind of fast because the chalk paste does dry pretty quickly. And we don't want it to dry on the silk screen. So I got that all good to go. I'm going to go ahead and squeegee that back in the container. Set the container back over there. Then I'm going to grab two corners because we never want to go catty corner or pull on a diagonal because it could stretch the transfer. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up, and there are our fireworks. Those turned out so awesome. I keep getting chalk paste on my fingers. Hey, if you're joining in, I see a couple people are popping on. Go ahead and say hello so I can welcome you and I know who's here. I can see right now that there's a couple people watching, but I can't see who's watching. Let me see here. Let me see if it'll show me. It's not. So I'm not sure who's all watching in here. Let me go over. Let me go over here and see if I can see who's watching. Nope, I don't think I can. That's alright. Anyway, if you are watching, make sure that you say hello so that I can see that you're here. Okay. So we're going to continue going. I was just letting that dry a little bit. Oh, there we go. Hey, Amanda. Hope you're having fun with Cam today, and I hope you're feeling better. Hope you and your hubby have some fun plans today. All right, now I can see comments. I kind of had them turned off for a minute. I didn't realize it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dry these a little bit more, just because I am going to place the Happy 4th of July over the top. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna grab now this Happy 4th of July, and I'm going to peel it off the back. And you know what? I've not used this one yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my marker, and I'm going to write on the back, Happy 4th of July. That way I know what's on it and what goes back on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my board, and I'm going to pull the transfer from the backer sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fuzz this up. Pull it back up. And I'm going to go ahead and fuzz it one more time, just because it is a brand new transfer and I am going to be laying it over the fireworks. And this is what I'm going to use the new blue that I made for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually, I'm not going to straighten this across. I'm going to go ahead and kind of angle it a little bit. Over this. I fuzz it because it takes a little bit of the sticky off, so that when you're layering, like I'm putting the July word over the fireworks, if it's not completely dry, it could pull the chalk paste back up. So I go ahead and fuzz it for that. You also fuzz it if you're using it on like glass or a surface that's not real porous, like canvas is porous, so it kind of holds it. But like if you're using it on glass or certain chalkboards, you don't want it to be quite as sticky, because then when you peel it up, if it has too much stick, then you can run the risk of stretching your transfer, which you don't want to stretch the mesh in here, because one, it could rip it, and two, it could just stretch it to where it's not a crisp design anymore, to where when you pull it off, it will bleed and stuff underneath it. So that's why I go ahead and fuzz them. It just puts a little layer of lint on the back, just so it makes it not so sticky. But when you clean them up, all that comes right back off. So here's the blue that I made, and it's the Forget-Me-Not and a little bit of the black velvet. So I mixed these two together, which is the fun of Chalk Couture. You can mix your own colors. You can take, you know, colors on the color palette and voila. So I'm going to stir this up just a little bit, because it's been sitting for just a little bit and it's been open. So I'm going to squeegee some of this up, and I'm just going to squeegee it down over. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Happy of in July in this color, and I think I'm going to do the 4th in red, just so that it'll pop just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and squeegee this back into my little container. I really like that color. It's like a gray blue, but it turned out really nice. I'm kind of really thrilled here. This is the first time that I've ever mixed my own color. So just going to squeegee that all off, put it back into the container. Because I can save this, I can put a lid on it, which I got these little jars at the dollar store. And I can put the lid back on that, and then I can save the rest and use it for another project. And then I'm going to grab my red container again, grab a little bit more red paste here, and go over the 4th. Squeegee the leftover back in. It really doesn't take much at all. I just want to squeegee that all back up. Put the container back down, and now I'm going to grab from here at the center and start peeling back. Ooh, I like that. And there is that. So I'm going to get that put in the water bath. And I'm going to clean off my hands a little bit. And I think, I don't know, I think we could use another set of fireworks, but I'm not sure if I should just leave it as is. Amanda, what do you think? Put some more fireworks over here, or should I just leave it as is? I really like how that turned out. I am going to dry it though. Let me see if I can clean up the big one quick. So I already put it in the water, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to clean it up. But I do have, let me pull it up. I do have the rockets that, let me see here. I do have the rockets that I could put on the back of the truck. What do you think? Should I do the rockets or should I do the big one? Amanda, you said the big one. So I think I might try to clean this up real quick. Let me see if I can clean this up really quick. I will throw one of those on. All right, let me grab a Clorox wipe. 'Cause I think I can get this cleaned up without making too much of a mess. All right, let's move the rockets out of the way. Oh, and of course I dropped them. And I'm gonna move board out of the way, and I'm going to flip this over to the drying side. I'm going to pull out the big one here. I'm going to try and get that all cleaned off. Just with a Clorox wipe. That works really well. There we go. All cleaned off. I'm going to go ahead and get it all dried up. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's back to being sticky. All right, so now we'll flip this back over. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to fuzz it a little bit because I'm going to be putting it over the top of the word July. So let's see, like right there. Let's move it over a little bit. We'll have to move it down. So probably right there. And I'm going to just do this big one here in the corner. Amanda, what color? Should we do a red one? Let's see. Color of the next blue. Okay. All right. So we'll do. I'll grab the blue here. And we're just going to squeeze this over. Alright, squeegee the rest of that back off. And let's see how this turned out. So we'll go ahead and pull this up. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Good idea, Amanda. Way to go. Oh, I love how that turned out. So that's just one of the ideas for the vintage truck transfer using some of the add-ons. I absolutely love this truck. This truck is so versatile. Like I said, I've done it on shirts, I've done it on canvas, I've done it on chalkboards. I really do love this truck. This truck is so awesome. To the point where I actually bought another one just so that when the one that I use today runs out and doesn't stick anymore, I have another one as a backup. And I might even buy another one yet just to keep that as a backup, just because I love this truck. And you can make the trucks any color that you want. But here you go. Here is our finished project for today. Happy 4th of July with the vintage truck and fireworks. And I just wiped over that. That was probably not real smart. Let me go ahead and dry that one up here. Making sure it's all dry. So there you go. And voila, easy peasy. Not too hard of a project. So let's chat for a minute. If you like what you saw, hey Laura, happy 4th of July, my friend. Hopefully it's not too hot for you. But anyway, if this is the first time that you have caught a live video with me, I would ask that you head over to my business page, Foxy Chick Decor, and give us a thumbs up and like us, and that way you'll be able to see when we go live. If you would like to get your hands on some of the products, but you're just not sure how much you want to jump in, we have a great program for you. It's called Club Couture, and each month you'll get, let me see here, let me find, I have this month's transfer. You will get a B-size transfer, just like this. This is the one for July. Hey, Miss Roxanne. How are you? This is the transfer that just came for July. And you'll get a B-size transfer. You'll get 3 chalk paste singles of coordinating colors. These are the big jars, but they will send you samples to where you can use for the project at hand, and usually you'll have some left over that you can use for another project. And that Club Couture, to be a part of it, is $19.99 per month with a 3-month commitment. And also, when you're a Club Couture member, the company does all kinds of neat promotions and different things just for club members. You get discounts and just different things that they come up with for promotions for VIP Club Couture members only. You also, when you sign up, you'll have the chance to add on the starter kit, which comes with the multi-tool. It comes with a 3-ounce jar like this of bright white. It comes with our board and base, which is this right here. Comes with the board and base. It's double-sided. I did use this for the project I did the other night. And you can put it vertical. You can also put it horizontal. It also comes with my favorite board that I use for demoing. It's the Aiden board, and it's a little bit distressed, and as you can see, I've used this one. This is one of my absolute favorite boards to work on. It also gives you a 2-pack of board erasers, which are awesome to clean off your chalkboards with and your transfers. It really keeps from staining, getting the ink and stuff off of your transfers and keeping them from staining. But that's the starter kit for Club Couture, the Kickstart kit. And if you will message me with the word club in the comments, I can get you more information for the Club Couture. And then if you liked what you saw and you would like to buy your business opportunity in a box, they